So I've been debating whether or not I should tell this story for a while now, and I finally decided it was time to just laugh at myself, confess my sins, and swear to never let this happen again. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you will know that last November I went to the Fantastic Beasts premiere in London. It was going to be my first time attending a film premiere ever, and more than that, it was going to be a film premiere for the Harry Potter universe. So it was safe to say I was a little bit excited. I was very, very excited. It had been a long day of waiting and standing, but then finally J.K. Rowling turned the corner in this gorgeous sequin dress, and she was gorgeous and graceful and right there in front of us. The person who wrote the books that shaped my childhood was standing just a few feet away from me. It was amazing. I was freaking out, and then all of a sudden 4 or 5 guys come climbing over the barriers. It was intense. They were not nice about it. They were kicking people and stepping on backpacks and shoving heads. And keep in mind, these are not crazed Harry Potter fans. These are people here to make money. All right, these are professionals. They've got a whole notebook full of Fantastic Beasts paper that they shove over people's heads to get signatures, and then I'm assuming sell online for several $100s. And then it begins to rain. Not too bad, just a slight drizzle, but it's enough for someone to walk over to Jo, hand her an umbrella, and usher her inside. And I remember this moment vividly. I could probably sit down and draw it, because J.K. Rowling slowly turned around. I stared into her beautiful, deep blue eyes, and she waved and mouthed, "I'm sorry," and turned back around. I was taking it in and appreciating how blessed I was to be here and how thankful I was to have had these books as a child growing up, and how grateful I was to Jo for creating this story of love and friendship. And just as I'm having this revelation, I hear some asshole behind me go, "Boo! Fuck you!" I lost it. I don't even remember thinking or making a decision, but before I knew it, I was turning around and I hit the guy with the back of my hand. Now, immediately after I start freaking out, I know I've made a terrible decision. I've just hit a random stranger at a movie premiere, but I don't even have time to bask in my guilt before he grabs my head and shoves it into the people in front of me. Now my friends that are there with me turn around and start yelling at him, and he starts yelling at them, and all of the people around us are wondering what the hell is going on. And this guy starts yelling at the top of his lungs, "She punched me! She punched me!" I just want to crawl into the ground and disappear and live a life in the woods and never go out into society again. But he's continuing to yell, so a security guard comes and starts walking over to our section. And now I'm really freaking out, because I think that I'm gonna get charged for public assault, and I'm gonna be deported from the UK and not be able to finish my semester abroad. Luckily, the security guard was super chill and knew that this guy was just causing a commotion. He told him to shut up and then walked away. The other guy eventually calmed down and walked away too, and I was left there very red, very embarrassed, swearing to myself to never touch anyone ever again. And that's the story of how I got into a fight at the Fantastic Beasts premiere. I don't condone my behavior. Obviously, I will never do that ever again. I don't think violence is ever the answer, and I was so incredibly dumb to just turn around and hit a random guy. However, it is pretty hysterical that the first time I got in a fight was because somebody booed J.K. Rowling. Now you know, don't mess with book nerds.